Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I want to express that I am very glad to see you here, looking very nice in this hall. Welcome to all of you who have come to take part and to support this conference. Here, it is the first IWA specialistic conference, and so therefore has special importance for specialistic conference for groundwater. Here with us are the President and Vice President of the Serbian Academy of Science and Arts. Here is Professor Nikola Hajdin and Nikola Tasic, the Minister of Agriculture, Trade and Forest and Water Management, Mr. Dusan Petrovic, Minister of Education and Science, Dr. Žarko Petrovic, and IWA Executive Director Paul Reiter, IWA Vice President Walter Kling sitting here, our great friend, former President of IWA Hans Seiler, current President Vlata Taušanović, Executive ICPDR Secretary Philip Weller from UNESCO. We have a dear guest, Salvatore D'Angelo here, and many distinguished participants and dear friends also. We expect this conference to recognize the specificities of groundwater and need for effective conservation of groundwater through sustainable and also adaptive management. The conference also purports to use and develop the outcomes of the IWA Regional Groundwater Conference held in June 2007 in Belgrade, including the book Groundwater Management in Large River Basins, published by IWA publishers. Groundwater comprise, as a whole hydrosphere, just several kilometers of the earth crust, but it is essentially very important. It represents the largest accumulation of water in the world, accounting more than 97% of all fresh water except glaciers. Groundwater maintains river levels during period of low flow and supports a large number of ecosystems. Most oases and springs in arid zones rely on groundwater. Groundwater is a source of drinking water supply for more than half of humanity. It is very popular because of the widespread confidence in its natural quality and because it is readily acceptable. Groundwater flow is slower than a river flow by several orders of magnitude. As a result, the substance dissolved in groundwater interacts with rocks and is exposed to other highly complex processes at much longer time. We have generally improvement of water quality and mineralization of organic matter by the groundwater flow. The aquifer medium can be viewed as a complex physical and biochemical reactor which we must take into consideration when we assess approach to groundwater use and protection. Following a period of abundance, when water demand was easily met, we entered a period of depletion of water resources. This depletion resulted from population growth, industrial development, and increasing use of water for irrigation and other human needs. The main signs of depletion are water quality pressures and degradation and overexploitation of water from certain resources. The need for sustainable and adaptive water management has been identified in order to ensure ongoing protection and conservation of water resources and adaptation to global constraints and changes. Although efforts are being made to mitigate man's role to climate change, such as by the 2005 Kyoto Protocol, it is evident that there is still a difference of opinion present. At the same time, there are demands for adaptive water management, such as those voiced at the 5th World Water Forum in Turkey 2009 aimed at developing our ability to adapt to challenges, constraints, and changes. The achievement of the necessary sustainability and adaptivity of water management requires the efforts of cooperation between global institutions such as IWA is, but also UNESCO, FAO, World Bank, and others. Also needed is a concerted effort of regional organization and managers of large river basins and groundwater basins. For example, the ICPDR, IWA, Joint Commission for the Study and Development of Nubian Sandstone Aquifer, and so on. There is increasing insistence on joint, both bilateral and multilateral management of transboundary aquifers. This IWA-backed special conference is held under the auspices of Serbian government and Serbian Academy of Science and Arts. IWA, ICPDR, and IAH, International Association of Hydrogeologists, have all made major contributions during the preparatory stage of conference. The main organizers of the conference are Jaroslav Černi Institute for the Development of Water Resources, Belgrade, and a Water Supply and Sewerage Company, aided by Serbian Water Protection Society. We have chosen 4 teams to guide our work these 2 days. Team 1 is preparation and implementation of the groundwater component of water management plans. This team is consistent with the current moment seen in Europe and throughout the world to develop and implement surface water and groundwater management plans within the framework of sustainable and adaptive water management. The aim is to bring face-to-face and compare the positions of and agendas of different global and regional players, as well as different countries. The focus is on challenges brought about by global changes, especially climate change, but also socio-economic changes and constraints. Team 2, the importance of aerobic state of groundwater. This team just is going on and is on the forefront of groundwater research. The various processes associated with groundwater quality transformation and the rates of water well aging largely depend on the aerobic state of the aquifer. This is very important for the practice and for the protection of groundwater. Team 3, climate change and the impact of groundwater. This team is highly stimulating. Climate change is becoming an increasing challenge, but its framework has not been sufficiently defined to steer water management. The issue which arises is the definition of global climate change, including the relationship between global, regional, and local changes. Also challenging is the correlation between the regional climate parameters and the conditions of water courses and aquifers. This condition affects the underlying assumptions of surface water and groundwater management. And at the end, Team 4, management of urban groundwater basins, mitigation of water quality impacts from anthropogenic treats. This team befits the transition from a period of depletion to a period of sustainable and adapted response to the threat of water. It is customary topic of IWA groundwater group and still very actual. As you know, this is a 2-day conference. On the first day, invited papers will be presented in the plenary session. These papers will address groundwater management plans and their implementation. Various global organizations, after that regional organization, and finally 2 countries will present their agendas in this area. 1 invited paper each has been prepared under teams 2 and 3, which will also be presented on the plenary session. On the second day, papers addressing the 4 teams will be presented at separate sessions featuring contributions by scientists and engineers from more than 20 countries in the world. We do hope it is a good base to good contribution of this conference. Thank you very much.